As if staring at a gravesite, till I become a gravesite. Will it make me still alive? As if I knew what I knew, but I don't, so I do. Okay, to start this video off, let's look at some Weirdcore. What the fuck? I meant like the liminal spaces thing. Yeah, dog. When I was a kid in the 1990s, I was one of those weird, neurodivergent, traumatized children who would stare at hallways and parking lots like a haunted ghost child. I would get very lost in the alien tone of my surroundings, like I was experiencing some feeling that was beyond words. The liminal, as they say nowadays. I also had dreams when I was a toddler of walking through infinite carpeted rooms full of furniture. It was very much like House of Leaves, and these are some of the most repetitive dreams I've ever had in my life, which made the Backrooms eerily relatable to me when it came around in 2019. Except in those never-ending house dreams, I was always completely alone. And there definitely weren't any dumb creepypasta stick figure Slenderman siren head knockoff stupid.
Where the fuck do we go? Oh, go back.
Okay guys, this is the abandoned Joanne's by my house. And we're gonna break inside. We got some flickering light activity, evidence of Backrooms. I'm making my way towards the door. Okay. Fuck. The door doesn't work. I'm going home. This doesn't work. I can't get inside. Liminal art was the type of stuff I always identified with, and before Backrooms even existed, people like me were obviously into stuff like Twin Peaks, Vaporwave, Yume Nikki, SCP, Silent Hill. These things were all liminal, but the fitting word liminal wouldn't be thrown around as much until this big internet movement popularized it in 2019, with people sharing haunting images set to surreal music online. I got into Weirdcore more than any of the other ones. Nice floating face. Maybe because Weirdcore seemed the most vague, and it was the most relatable to my broken childhood abandonment baggage. Like seriously, Weirdcore hits different when you grew up in the 1990s with abandonment trauma. I lived in countless apartments when I was a kid, being moved between them constantly like fractured scenes out of a film that just can't be fused together to make a complete story. I lost every friend, every elementary school, each one always replaced with another, while I often hid in my bedroom covering my ears in the presence of unpredictable, screaming, drug-addicted adults. That childhood made everything liminal. But regarding Weirdcore, you could relate to it even if you weren't traumatized, especially if you're the type of autistic kid that stared at ceiling lamps and talked to household objects. Dude, I actually made some of my own original Weirdcore images back in 2022, using photos of the actual musty cockroach house I spent part of my childhood growing up in. The house was for sale on one of those websites like Zillow or something. Thanks, Zillow, for the sad photos. I love remembering the blue bedroom where Jordan cried.
Yeah.
Oh shit, ouch, fuck, I have fallen into the rooms, and I fractured 3 of my spinal kidneys. The rooms! Weirdcore, of course, brings us to the Backrooms, as the two are intrinsically connected. I don't think I need to explain this to you guys, but the Backrooms is a colossal labyrinthian network of endless rooms, an unknown and inexplicable place usually accessed by accidentally falling through an opening, no-clipping out of existence, or passing through a place where the walls of reality are thinner. Though House of Leaves did this infinite rooms thing first, and probably other things before it, that labyrinth was confined to one house that defied logic. The Backrooms is different in being an unexplained parallel reality that extends far beyond just the yellow, moldy carpet rooms.
Go, stop! This is like Scooby-Doo shit, what the fuck? Jordan, wait, where are you? Okay, there you are. Are you there, or are you just AFK right this second? Okay. I ran into the locker. There was a locker, I hid in there and he just walked past. I knew that was the plan. Because why else would they have so many lockers? Up to you. He'll hear us. How do you know? I think he hears major footsteps. I don't know, I'm scared.
That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. He's in here. The Backrooms was a forum post, then urban legend, then basically a creepypasta, and before it became a big-budget motion picture, it was the subject of short films and web series by multiple people, the most notable being the incredibly talented Kane Parsons. Kane Parsons' Backrooms is one of the highest effort spooky web series projects ever put to YouTube. A true feat of do-it-yourself solo 3D visual effects work with some dope storytelling and surreal sound direction. And the original Backrooms internet community stuff was nowhere near this consistent. I mean, Backrooms lore was usually like, when you get to level 4, you will encounter the smiley-faced smile guys, very spooky. But Parsons came around and gave his lore a real focus. There was a story here of a secret corporation studying this dimension, and the creatures, although I don't love that they're stick figures, they're way more focused and restrained than whatever's going on in the silly Backrooms wiki page. Listen, I'm sure that website has some cool stuff, but to me it just reads like some badly written Baby's First SCP Foundation. Like, I clicked on the top rated articles and Spooky Smiley Faced Boys was at the top. Like, seriously. These guys look like something from Shrek. Parsons' Backrooms web series contains entire episodes almost an hour long that are fully animated, showing us footage of different characters trapped in the rooms, running from threats, and also videos of people in the real world accidentally falling in and discovering interdimensional windows to the place. It introduced a scary idea that you could just fall and wake up in the Backrooms, like Billy Pilgrim from Slaughterhouse 5 getting unstuck in time. Actually, maybe this door can lead into the Joanne's Backrooms. Oh my god, this is creepy. There's no doorknob. We gotta go, guys. There's no doorknob. It doesn't work. These videos were so engrossing and so close to feeling eerily real. It doesn't surprise me that Kane went on to do bigger things. Which brings us to the movie.
It's beautiful. Am I right?
Hello?
I am amazed the Backrooms movie even exists. I know it's not a perfect film, but whether or not you love it or hate it, there are so many less Lynchian ways this project could have gone. The Backrooms film could have been like the Five Nights at Freddy's adaptation, a safe and painfully ordinary PG-13 movie that was so busy capitalizing on the rabid popularity of its source material amongst kids and teens that didn't even have the guts to be an interesting horror film. But no, instead of that, Backrooms is the type of movie that encourages viewers with an imagination to comprehend an unknowable infinity. The movie's at its worst when it falls into basic horror tropes, but it's at its best when it's being methodically slow and engrossing. I'm in love with the lonely emotional tone of the film, and it doesn't bother me that it's paced like M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. I love the rich soundscapes that change from electronic warping noises to beautifully trippy music all throughout the film, its fixed camera angles, and I love how the two leads, the therapist Mary and furniture store owner Clark, flip back and forth between being the main character who holds onto heavy trauma. Our two lead actors give decent performances that, although not super powerful or tear-jerking or anything, are just reserved enough and weird enough to fit the spacey tone of the film. The decision to set this film in a furniture store was perfect, because the very first image that the Backrooms was based on, of course, was an empty furniture store. Here's a photo of some furniture. Isn't that cool? Furniture itself plays a big role in this movie from beginning to end. Characters climb over it, they tie themselves to it for support, they use furniture to defend themselves, and furniture even gets mentioned as a metaphor.
What did you find?
A place. I found a place.
Guys, he found a place. Place confirmed. I know some people were disappointed that the movie was so slow and didn't have enough creatures, but honestly, I would have been fine if there were no creatures and the humans were just getting deeply lost and, I don't know, dying of starvation.
And with that in mind, it's like, yeah. Oh God, what the fuck is that? What is that? It probably leads back. Probably leads to...
Huh? Where are you? Oh, there's another one. He's here.
Just open the door and close it again. Where are you?
One thing I would have liked to change about this movie is I wish it had been more like The Descent, one of my favorite horror films of all time. Like, I wish it was just one huge isolating journey into the Backrooms. Like, the characters would just go in once and descend deeper, getting lost, so that the whole film would feel like a never-ending claustrophobic fever dream. Instead, the movie bounces back and forth between the Backrooms and the outside world, and because of that, I feel like Mary's journey is cut a little short. I mean, once Mary finds the parallel world, the film is half over, so she just doesn't get a lot of time to explore the place. The movie also tries way too hard to explain itself, especially in the dinner table scene. Also, I'm going into spoilers. I'll put timestamps here for beginning and end of spoiler talk. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the dinner table scene is the weakest part of the film, sadly, but I don't hate it that much. It just didn't need so much over-explanation when the unknown would have been scarier, and it didn't need dumb horror tropiness like, oh yeah, this character went insane, and here's the big confrontation that's gonna tie all the themes of the story together, and eek, there's a severed head in the fridge. Lame. Okay. We need to talk about the fact that the climax of Backrooms is pirate zombie chase scene. What the fuck? The one hostile monster in the Backrooms movie is a pirate zombie, which is insane decision making. I refuse to believe Kane Parsons came up with that. Whether or not Pirate Clark or the still lifes are actually scary to you will of course be totally subjective, but I do admire that almost no CGI went into the monster. Like, he was played by a 7'7" actor combined with puppetry, and that's why the shots of him chasing our main character have a serious uncanny valley feeling. Also, concerning this climax, the creature is relentless in pursuing Mary, which is pretty awesome. If a creature in anything made by Kane Parsons is chasing you, it will never stop chasing you. The climax, while short, has an absolutely sick sequence of rooms that Mary runs through, including couch room, pirate zombie lair, chandelier claustrophobia room, and terrible bottomless chasm. End of spoilers. This video is getting long at this point, so I better end it on some dramatic note pertaining to the film. To bring the themes of the movie and everything back to my childhood and relatability, the choice to make Backrooms a story about two lonely characters who can't stop holding on to things from their past, both Clark and Mary, that really caused the viewing experience to affect me. Because like Weirdcore, Vaporwave, and all this liminal stuff was something I turned to when I was clinging to the past. I would seriously sit there looking at Vaporwave loops or staring at all these Weirdcore images with music as if I could live inside them, or as if they would somehow cause me to wake up in 1999 and I'd have the chance to start all over again without the trauma. Or I thought if I stared at them long enough I would go to sleep and then dream about them forever and never wake up. These eyeballs or faces or entities of white light telling you to follow them, trust them, or that everything's gonna be okay. Whether it was sinister or genuine, I just didn't want to leave this place. And I think just like those dreams of infinite rooms full of furniture have continued repeating for me ever since I was a toddler, I will always be trapped there. Or at least some small part of me will be. Anyway, that's my think piece. Who needs liminal spaces when reality itself is so liminal? Where the fuck am I? Whoa. Should I be concerned about this? I don't know. Oh god, there's a car coming.